Hi everyone, welcome back to the MNS Cards YouTube channel. My name is Michael. I am a full-time Pokemon seller, and today we got a PSA submission back, so we're going to take a look at the cards. Overall submission was really good, and I'll get you flipped around so you can see what we've got. Alright, 2 stacks of cards, let's get into it. First one up, we got Darkrai V-Star and a 10. Next up, Darkrai V-Star and a 9. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get 2 10s on there, but that's okay. Getting into some alt arts, we have Sylveon VMAX in a 10. Next up, another Sylveon VMAX in a 10, so really happy to get back-to-back 10s on that. Some more alt arts, we have Mew VMAX in a 9. And another Mew VMAX in a 9. And I took a look at these, and they're fair 9s. The centering on them, I think it was the first one. Yeah, you can see on the first one that the centering at the top is a lot thicker than the bottom, so it was a fair 9. And you can see on the front the bottom is pretty thin, and it's really hard to see how thick the top is on the front, obviously, because there's no border, but that's a fair 9. And on this one, if you look left to right at the bottom, it's pretty off center, so guessing that's what that one was. And yeah, and you can also see it's tilted, like the thickness on the left bottom is much thicker than the right bottom, so off center and tilted, most likely going to end up with a 9. Gengar V and a 10, so really happy to get a 10 on this one. I looked it up, and this card's surprisingly hard to grade. I think it has like a 35% PSA 10 percentage, so not sure why this one's so hard to grade. It must just be the card. Generally, the Sword and Shield era has really good quality, but yeah, for whatever reason, this card not so much, so happy to get that one in a 10. Kind of cool card. I wish it would have been a Gengar VMAX, but you know, V's still cool. Then we have some trainer galleries. We have Umbreon V in a 10. Pikachu V Max in a 10. Then some more alt arts. Espeon V Max in a 9. Unfortunate on the 9, but it is looking like a centering issue. Bottom left corner looks pretty skinny, so I'm guessing that's what did it. Got Celebi V in a 10. Rayquaza VMAX from Crown Zenith in a 10. Now, honestly, not quite sure why I graded this one. I guess it just looked good enough. I have no idea what this sells for. I'm guessing there's some premium in a 10 just because it is an English card. So yeah, first one I've ever graded of that in a 10, and might be the last. Honestly, I'm guessing I just had it in a collection kicking around, so that's why it ended up in there. So happy to get the 10. Rayquaza VMAX Trainer Gallery in a 10. Nice. I like this artwork much better than the last one, so really good looking card. And Rayquaza VMAX in a 9. So I'm guessing that this one is going to be centering. Yeah, thick on the top it looks like there. So guessing that's probably what that one is. Maybe some surface issues I'm not seeing. Pikachu V in a 9, left to right looks off, but worth giving it a shot, and got a 9, so not a surprise there. Snorlax VMAX in a 9, way thicker on the right side than the left. Sometimes graders will just let those slide, but not this one, and you know, that's probably fair. It also looks like that bottom left corner is really skinny, so I'm guessing the cards are going to be tilted in some way. And yeah, you can see it's lower on the right side than the left side, so fair 9 on that one. Mimikyu V in a 10, happy with that. Some more alt arts. Zeraora V in a 10. This card is very illiquid. I've had one listed on my eBay for a while, and now I've got 2, so yeah, we'll see how long this one, well, we'll see how long it takes the first one to sell and then this one, so might be holding on to that one for a little bit. Zapdos V in a 10. Nice alt art from Chilling Rain. Then the ETB promo from Crown Zenith. Lucario V-Star in a 10. These cards are really easy to grade as long as the centering's good, so happy to get the 10 there. And got another 10. Then some more Crown Zenith, Mewtwo V-Star and a 10. Such a great card. This card has been on quite the roller coaster of value, so I think it's sitting right now around like maybe 370. I need to look at mine because I have one listed I haven't sold in a while. I think I have it listed for like 390 or 400, so card might be coming down in price. I'll just need to take a closer look at that before I have any more listed. On to the next stack of cards. We have another Mewtwo V-Star and a 10, so happy to get back-to-back 10s on that. Glaceon V-Star. I don't know why, but the Glaceon V-Star is quite a bit cheaper than the Leafeon V-Star. I have one listed for I think like 120 or 125, and Leafeon V-Star was listed $15 more and sold within a day, so not sure why there's more love for the Leafeon than Glaceon. I think it's a good-looking card, but that's just the market. Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies. Unfortunately, not that Umbreon VMAX, just the ultra rare Umbreon VMAX, but still nice card, popular species, so we'll get this one listed soon. And the unfortunate 8. I'm not quite sure why this one got an 8. I'm guessing that it's going to be some type of surface issues because the back corners and edges look pretty clean. And I mean, it's not like crazy off center. So yeah, I'm guessing there's some surface issue that I missed, but that's all right. Take a closer look at that later. Umbreon Gold Star and a 10. Love to see Celebrations cards. Just unbelievably liquid. There's a lot of popular species, a lot of popular reprints. So just lots of demand for this. And especially with the 30th anniversary coming up, really curious to see how these cards do over the rest of the year. Getting into some more celebrations, we have Mega Rayquaza EX and a 10, and another Mega Rayquaza EX and a 10, and another Mega Rayquaza EX and a 10, and a fourth Mega Rayquaza EX and a 10. So, I mean, they're just unbelievably good print quality on these classic collection cards. So as long as the centering's good, generally they don't have any issues with whitening, print lines, white dots in the corners, anything like that. So yeah, really good quality, and happy to get 4 10s in a row on that. Flying Pikachu VMAX and a 10, fun card, full art VMAX Pikachu, and a reprint, well, not quite a reprint, just a reimagined artwork for the classic collection, so really cool there. Shining Magikarp, one of the best cards all time in the original version, but this one still looks really good, and it's a nice hollow pattern all the way over the card, so nice to see the Shining Magikarp in a 10. Got the Celebrations Charizard in a 9. That's unfortunate. Was really hoping to get a 10, but it does look like the centering is pretty thick on the bottom right-hand corner, so I'm guessing that's what did it. Looks a little tilted, so that's all right. Probably a fair 9. But we do have a 10 in the Celebrations Charizard, so I'm happy to get a 10 on this one, and happy to get a second 10 on the Celebrations Charizard. So this card is really popular right now, and I mean, it really has been since it came out. It's always really liquid as long as you get close to the lowest list on eBay. Lots of popularity for this card. And to go with the Charizard, we have a Venusaur and a 10 from Celebrations. So again, base set reprint artwork, really nice, really cool holo. So lots of popularity with this card. And didn't get a second 10, but we got the 9 on the Celebrations Venusaur. That's unfortunate, but you know, that's okay. 1 out of 2 isn't the worst thing. We'll move on to Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. Big Shining Charizard. I mean, can't go wrong with this, so happy to get a 10 on that. And we did get another 10 in the Shining Charizard VMAX. And we have another 10 on the Charizard VMAX. Such a good card. I've graded a ton of these. It's one of the first cards that I opened up when I got back in. It was right about the Vivid Voltage Shining Fates when I got back into the hobby back in 2021. So yeah, just really, really fun card, and it's always been pretty popular since it came out, so happy to get 3 of those in 10s. Couple of Japanese cards. Pikachu V, just a really good artwork, really popular card, so happy to get this one in a 10. And got the 9 on the Mimikyu V. Typically, I do pretty well grading Japanese, but for whatever reason, this one got a 9. Not quite sure why. I mean, it's a little bit thicker on the left than the right, but that's not something that I think would hold it back from getting a 10. And Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe no. Must be a surface thing that I'm just not seeing right now, but that's all right. I did accept two PSA offers for two PSA 10s. It was a Rainbow Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage in a 10, and they were offering me right at market. So, I mean, that's fair. I wouldn't have to pay any fees, so I netted more by just accepting their offer. I think it was like 300, and they were selling for about 315 on eBay. So, I'd rather take the full 300 versus if I sold it for 315 on eBay and had to ship it and everything, I'd net closer to probably like 270. So, that was a win on that one. And then a birthday Pikachu. I think they offered me like 155, something like that, and I think they're selling for about 170 on eBay. So for not having to pay $5 in shipping and then the 12% eBay fees, like it just made more sense to sell it to PSA. So happy to take those offers when they make sense from PSA. And overall, the submission was really solid. It was a 45 card submission overall with 34 10, so 75% 10 rate. Really, really happy with that. Anything over 70% is really good submission. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I've got to get these cards listed, so I've got things to do. I'm sure you do too, so get after it and have a good one.